Hey guys, Aaron Cybertron Zank here, and today I'm continuing my special battle rated VGC ladder where I provide live commentary as I do rated battles on the Wi-Fi ladder. Since you guys are so awesome and I managed to get 100 likes in a night, this is another battle for you guys. My team today is the same as yesterday's, but I now have Azumarill over Rotom Wash. Rotom Wash, of course, has been on my team basically since the end of last season, but I just wanted to try out the Azumarill. Charizard, Manectric, and Azumarill is an interesting core. My opponent's a 1746 rated player from Japan. Of course, Azumarill gets some nice boost because Manectric redirects all electric type attacks away when it's not Mega Evolved. And my opponent's team is Kangaskhan, Talonflame, Gardevoir, Rotom Wash, Garchomp, and Lucario. So a couple things to note here. Talonflame is obviously a big threat. However, my team does relatively well against Talonflame, so I'm not too worried about that. My opponent also has Garchomp, so I'm thinking I don't really want to bring Charizard here, even though Charizard can actually one-hit KO the Kangaskhan with the Overheat. Lucario is also interesting in my opponent's team. I like Ferrothorn here, but I need to KO the Talonflame before anything, which tends to be my game strategy a lot of the times, actually. I think Aerodactyl is really important in this matchup because it can one-hit KO the Talonflame and Ice Fang the Garchomp as well as Tailwinding, so I'm going to lead with that. I'm tempted to lead with Charizard too, but Mega Manectric is a nice call too, especially with Hidden Power Ice and Thunderbolt. However, both of Manectric and Aerodactyl's attack kind of, are catered towards KOing the Talonflame and the Garchomp, which are important knockouts, obviously. Not sure if I really want a Azumarill here. Actually, Azumarill is a good call, I think. The only thing that really gives it trouble is the Rotom Wash. So, I want a Azumarill, but I also want Tyranitar. Lucario is also the biggest threat, actually, I think, so Charizard's going to be important. So I'm going to lead with Aerodactyl and Azumarill and have Charizard and Ferrothorn in the back. Azumarill's a bulky Pokemon, so we can take most attacks, and if my opponent chooses to use the Rotom Wash, then I can just switch in Ferrothorn. Once Ferrothorn KOs the Rotom Wash, then Azumarill can come back in and do some work, because it does a relatively good job walling the rest of my opponent's team. It also has, of course, Play Rough, which can directly one-hit KO my opponent's Garchomp. So let's see how this battle goes. I'm going to go with my Aerodactyl and Azumarill, as I previously mentioned, and my opponent's going to lead with Garchomp and Kangaskhan. Oh, excuse me. Lucario and Garchomp. I don't know if it's going to activate first, and I have a pretty good matchup here. Obviously I can just Tailwind, and I can do a bunch of things here. The Garchomp will most likely want to protect here, but Rock Slide is also a possible move. I can actually Belly Drum. I think Belly Drum might be a good play here. I'm going to go for it. YOLO. Let's see how this plays out. Ha ha ha! The Lucario going to go for a Follow Me, but that's okay, because I'm going to get the Tailwind up. Now let's see what this Garchomp does. Garchomp, okay, gonna go for the Rock Slide, and Azumarill's gonna avoid, yes! So I am guaranteed to get a Belly Drum off. That's awesome. It's gonna do a good amount to my my Aerodactyl, and Belly Drum Azumarill gonna get me to +6 attack, max attack, and because I evened my Azumarill properly, it's gonna take half of that health it just lost back with the Citrus Berry. So I'm gonna heal back all the way to 151 HP, and now here's the thing. I can play rough, or I can just Rock Slide. I'm not sure if Lucario is carrying a priority move or not. If it is, then I can just play rough the Garchomp for a KO. I think I definitely want to protect with my Aerodactyl this turn and Aqua Jet the Lucario. Yeah, I think that's the best play. Garchomp's going to switch out, okay, into Rotom Wash. A good play there. Aerodactyl is going to protect. And risky switch there. If I just play roughed, he would have been in a lot of trouble, but I guess it works out for my opponent. And unfortunately, I basically get nothing off that turn. So very good turn there for my opponent. And I'm going to just Rock Slide and Water Aqua Jet the Lucario, I think. Lucario's going to follow me, okay. And that's fine. So I'm going to get the Aqua Jet off here. And that should be a one-hit KO, but even not, Rock Slide should take it out if it's Focus Sashed. Oh, wow. It wasn't a one-hit KO, but this Rock Slide should finish it off. And it doesn't, surprisingly. Rotom going to go for the Will-O-Wisp instead of a Thunderbolt onto Azumarill, which cuts me a half, but that means I'm still at +3. And Rotom revealing that it has Leftovers instead of a Citrus Berry, which is more common. And it's going to bring me down to 126 HP. However, not as bad as you think. I'm going to get the Rock Slide off here. I think I'm just going to go for a Play Rough onto a Rotom Wash. You have to imagine there's going to be a couple protects coming here this turn, though. But Lucario actually going to reveal that it is carrying the priority move, the Vacuum Wave. So Aerodactyl is going to faint here. My Azumarill should activate before, though. And wow, Lucario showing that it's running the... Oh, just a Citrus Berry, right. Forgot that Unnerve was out. And because my Azumarill is at +3, despite being burned, it is going to get to pick up the KO on Rotom. So that was a really important knockout for me, and I'm really pleased I got that. Tailwind's going to peter out here, and as I saw in Team Preview, my opponent had Kangaskhan as the Mega Pokemon. I'm going to bring out Charizard here. If my opponent brings in Garchomp, I can just switch into Ferrothorn. And that looks like it's the Gardevoir. Sweet. So Gardevoir's going to Trace the huge power, and since my opponent did not bring in Talonflame or Kangaskhan at that matter, I am very happy with my Ferrothorn to finish this game. So I'm just going to overheat the Azumarill and Aqua Jet the Lucario. And I am in a very comfortable position right now. Charizard's going to Mega Evolve here. Of course, Drought is going to come out for the first time. And once I take care of Lucario, I should have this game. Oh, yeah, no, that's fine. I figured the Follow Me was coming, but I think this Aqua Jet can knock it out. If it's not, I'm going to be in some trouble, and I probably should have Heat Wave then, but let's see. Oh, it didn't knock it out. Wow. That was a big misplay on my part. I should have saw the follow. I should have seen the Follow Me coming. And so that's going to set me back a good amount. My opponent played that pretty well. And let's see what Gardevoir does. It's going to Thunderbolt, okay. And it's going to knock out the Azumarill. So Azumarill is going to go down, and I'm kind of hoping that my Ferrothorn can clutch this game out. If I just Heat Wave there instead, I would not be in this predicament. If I like Heat Wave play rough there, I'd be much better off. So there you see a pretty bad misplay on my part. If I can get Leech Seed off now, that would be really important. Okay, the way I see it, if Garchomp doesn't protect this turn, then I'm going to get a free Leech Seed off, and that's really important. And if it does protect, then I'm just going to get a free Overheat onto Gardevoir. Once again, I misplayed really poorly that last turn. Garchomp's just going to go for the Rock Slide. And so that's going to do minimal amount to Ferrothorn, but it's going to KO the Charizard. And it's Garchomp and Gardevoir against my Ferrothorn now. If I can hit this Leech Seed, I will be very well off. Gardevoir just going for another Thunderbolt, which indicates to me it's probably choiced with the critical hit. And Ferrothorn's going to hit its Leech Seed. Okay, that was really important. So now my opponent has a Garchomp and a Gardevoir, but as my opponent previously revealed with that Gardevoir, it's running the Trace ability, and it copied Huge Power, meaning my opponent's Garchomp, if it does carry Earthquake, is going to have to attack himself. So I'm obviously going to Protect here to maximize Leech Seed to get more health back. Garchomp most likely going to have to Rock Slide to try to hope for some flinches, and it does. So Ferrothorn's going to Protect there, Gardevoir is going to Thunderbolt. And I guess the reason why I played semi-carelessly earlier in the game was because I saw, okay, I have Ferrothorn, and my opponent's last 3 Pokemon really can't do very much unless it has a surprise fire attack, which obviously it doesn't. So I don't want to KO that Gardevoir yet, because I know it's carrying, I know that my opponent can't really Earthquake unless he wants to hit himself, so I think I'm actually going to Leech Seed the Gardevoir as well, just so I'm just healing more and more every turn. Since my opponent's Garchomp is forced to Rock Slide pretty much at this point, I'm perfectly fine up. And I'm not sure if Garchomp is actually, like, maybe Choice Scarf. But both Pokemon just using not very effective moves, and fortunately going to attack through that Rock Slide and get another Leech Seed off, despite my opponent's Gardevoir getting another critical Thunderbolt. And as you see now, I'm healing back a lot of HP each turn, even though I'm not carrying a recovery item. Go from 89 to 113 HP. So that's 24 HP heal just from that Garchomp, and I'm going to heal a bit more from this Gardevoir. 24. I'm going to heal another 21, so 45 HP. I'm going to Protect here, obviously, just to maximize. And that should actually bring me back to full health. And my opponent just forfeits right there, because there's no way my opponent can beat the Ferrothorn. So that's a prime example of why Ferrothorn can be so good in this format if you bring it properly. Like I said earlier, I saw that once my opponent revealed his 4 Pokemon, I saw that, okay, my 4 Pokemon can easily defeat my opponent's. So if I bring in Ferrothorn at the very end, it should be able to win the game for me, and that's exactly what it did. If you can play smart with Ferrothorn and make sure that your opponent's Fire-type Pokemon or Fire-type users are KO'd before you bring it in, you can easily win games, and that's a prime example. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. As I previously mentioned, I'm working on a lot more cool content for you guys, but you know, you guys keep on giving me 100 likes on these videos, so obviously, you know, I'm here to produce more stuff for you. Glad I got to feature Azumarill in that match. That was pretty cool. At +3, I was able to KO that Rotom Watch with Play Rough, so that was pretty clutch. Besides that, yeah, I'm going to work on some scripts this weekend, try to get some actual non-battle related content, more theory kind of, you know, how to build a team, how to do team preview, kind of stuff like that this weekend. So stay tuned for that. Anyway, once again, if you get me 100 likes, I'll upload a battle for you guys right away for tomorrow. Besides that, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Peace.